it was gone. Had my medication stolen again recently as well, but thankfully they seem to have finally gotten it under control. Yeah, so I made this agreement. Came down to this house with nothing, with only the bags. Didn't even have a bed to sleep on. Made quick friends with so many wonderful people here. Learned about a religion and people that were actually non-judgmental and that accept me exactly as I am, with all of the strange things that I am, with all of the minute categories that I fall into. They welcomed me. They have welcomed me. And I thought I was fine. But then, my sister, who I raised my children with, she intended to come for a visit that ended up turning into a bid to save her family. Because she had her own issues with an ex of hers. When she arrived, she was skin and bone. A stark contrast to the woman I had seen just months prior. This was not my sister. And this was someone on the verge of death. And why? Because she was a woman? Because she was strong? Because she was intelligent and beautiful? Even when our mother had kept kicking her out long ago, even when she had been forced to live on the streets herself, I had never seen her in such a state, with such fear, and so utterly broken. So we moved up our timeline to move her and the rest of the family out. We weren't sure how long this place would be available, but we asked the owners for permission. We were given 2 weeks for them to stay, since there were concerns about some of the work on the house. We agreed. At first we thought we'd all be friends. My sister was even able to get one of the owners their current job. But this particular individual started to change, and I don't know why. At first she began behaving rather rudely to my sister, and kept changing her mind about things. Started changing details and parameters and dates on us. She finally called me on my birthday to scream at me about something, to accuse us of trying to move into a house that was being sold or something. I don't know. We told them, of course, we'd be interested to stay. We'd pay the rent. We'd take over the mortgage, whatever. Hell, we even offered to buy the house. If they're going to sell it, we would buy it as is. For whatever reason, they said no. We said, okay. At least give us enough time to settle here, save up some money, and then move out. Thought it was done with. But over the last few months, since my birthday, the calls have become more harassing, more angry, more accusatory. I have found myself being spied upon by neighbors that had once known her. My family could not even ask for help in the forums without somebody relaying it back to her and telling her this particular individual started haunting my dreams, my days and nights, as I struggled to make doctor's appointments to keep my health and stress levels under control, to raise 2 children, to help my sister get her family moved here, to set up for a future in which we could actually finally deal with our trauma, to get things that we needed, like basic furniture, things like fans. We live in the desert. There is no heat and no AC in this house. There hasn't been since I got here. We're used to surviving. We weren't used to the generous gregariousness of the people that live here. They donated everything we needed and more. We left everything behind. And we got more than that back. We had everything we needed. All we needed to do was save up to move into a home of our own. But then, as soon as my sister left to tie up loose ends, 3,000 miles away, I got another call from this particular individual. He basically accused me of being the reason they couldn't sell the house, and told me to be out within 2 weeks. I had been promised 30 days from the day this house went up for sale, and then 30 days from the date of sale. And this was on the low end. I didn't exactly understand it. I don't know, this particular individual had some issues with whoever was formerly here or something, I don't know. They had some issues and serious trust issues. I could understand that. But the paranoia was rebounding on me and my family now. I had 2 of my sister's children stay to help me with daily chores and things, and to help run out the energy of my most energetic little one. That was agreed upon. At first I agreed because they offered to cover the cost of a deposit on a new place. Obviously we hadn't been here long enough to save up to get out. And in trying to appease them with not having too many people here, my sister actually ended up losing a few job opportunities herself. But it wasn't enough. We kept giving and giving and giving, you know. Still kept offering to pay more and more of the utilities or the mortgage or anything like that, asking to cover it, because apparently finances were their biggest concern. But it did nothing. This particular individual became a bully. And we tried to figure out why. What did we do wrong? Finally, the day before I was to move out, I said enough is enough. And just days before, she let me know that they couldn't cover the cost of the deposit. I had a place lined up and everything. It was going to be fine, you know. But my sister had been stranded, had missed her flight back. I was now stuck, taking care of 4 children by myself, with my illnesses, with my disabilities. and with my limited income and resources. I tried to get her to understand that, well, they might lose some more money or their investment. This was my family and our lives. My youngest is barely 3 months. A cesarean is a huge, major surgery. Major surgery. And the first time I had a C-section, it took me 2 years to fully recover. And this particular individual just wanted me to do the impossible. We tried to be reasonable. And yet everyone we spoke to about the situation that we went over with said it didn't make any sense. And it doesn't. Unless you come to the conclusion my sister did. It's because of the color of our skin. This particular individual posted a lot about, I don't know, supposedly being anti-racist or whatever, in support of Black Lives Matter, and yet our black lives did not seem to matter, still do not. These people are trying to evict me, not because I've done anything wrong, not because I've actually broken our agreement. They are abusing us because they can. Because they can take out their anger from everything that's happened to them on us. Because that's the norm. That's what this country was built on, literally. Our black bodies. I am black. I am read as female. I am disabled. I am a single parent. I am a survivor of so much rape, stalking. My children and I are survivors of domestic violence. My sister is much the same. Has gone through a lot of the same. Do our black lives matter? Would you come to our aid? Would you speak on our behalf? Would you lay your bodies down for us? We just want to live. We just want to raise our children together in peace. We've never done anything to anyone. And it's pretty bad that this is even illegal by white standards. Because, of course, as you'll recall, the law was written for and by white people to protect their interests. So will you stand up for us now? As black people that you swear are equal. All lives matter? I don't think so. That hasn't been my experience. That hasn't been my family's experience. And I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it. It's not okay. It's not okay. Will you watch us go down? Will you let us slip through the cracks? Will you let us end up like so many others out there who are being left behind and killed for no reason? I have never been through more heartache than these past 2 years. And if you know anything about my life, you'll know it has been horrifying. And for what? What is the point? Why are these things about me so terrifying or so evil or so wrong? Things that I cannot change about myself. Things that are not harmful. Things that are simply misunderstood, feared, and loathed. Why? The land of the free and the home of the brave? All I see, all I feel are chains, and all I see are cowards. Cowards like this particular individual that thinks that they can bully me, that they can deny me rights, that the civil rights movement was supposed to guarantee me. So you fucking tell me, does my black life matter?